got 2 questions. I gotta go sleep.
First of all, how's your knee? How's your knee?
It's great.
I mean, did you just cut it, or did you actually bruise it or hurt it?
No, the left one was bleeding. The right one I fell on it twice, and then I was stepped back. I hurt a little bit more, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Needs to get sleep.
Just Dante Exum and the way he put those 2 shots behind him but missed to come back and have the confidence in that last one.
Amazing, and that speaks trust of our team. We know they're gonna double me and Kai a lot of times, so that's the trust we have, the whole team. So that shows that our team is great. I mean, we're having fun out there. I think we played terrible today, and we still got the win. So outside of Kai was amazing. But I think we missed a lot of open shots, and we still got a win, which is amazing.
When Kyrie goes for that transition pull-up three-pointer, do you expect that to go in every time? It feels like it nearly does.
If you can watch again, watch my face. It'll tell you everything. Because that was nasty.
Luka, the season might have not started amazingly for you guys, but lately you've been in a great form. You've won, I think, 10 of the last 11. What changed recently that makes you seem stronger and get more wins?
I think we're just playing great team basketball. We made some moves at the trade deadline. I think our defense is getting better every game, and we're just having fun out there. Today was a rough game for us, but to win back-to-back games inside, it's difficult, and I think we did a great job with that.
Luka, can you talk about, where your team at right now is trying to, move up the charts and how competitive it is right now in the NBA Western Conference and what you guys got to do to stay consistent?
Yeah, I mean, you see the standings in the Western Conference. It's unbelievable right now. And we just got to, like I always say, you got to go game by game and just stay aggressive, play with the same energy, and just go game by game.
I wondered if being in Sacramento the last 4 days, if any part of you ever thought back to the fact that you and Kyrie played your first game here together.
Oh, that's true.
And just how far you guys have come since then.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. That is true. I think a long, long way. As I said, this training camp we had, we got some practicing together. Will be way easier for us to function better, and I think it shows, especially now. I think we're both happy, and we're both doing some good things on the floor, and we have great teammates. So I think this team is special.
Is the next year of you guys together going to be even better?
What?
Is the next year of you two together? What's in store?
We'll see. That's future, man. We're talking about present. Right? So
What's your thoughts of having the services of Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington? It seems like they've been really helping you out.
Amazing, like I said. They don't care. They don't ever complain. They just play. They just play hard. They hustle every play, and it's just amazing to play with those 2 guys. Thank you.
Yeah, Kyrie, you guys made that run and chipped the game down to 3. Then you came up to empty like 7 straight possessions. Sometimes that will kind of sap the team's comeback, but you guys showed a lot of resolve by coming back yet again. Why do you think you guys are different in that regard?
I think we're different because of just the conditioning that we're in. I think we've been proving it for the last few games, and then also just our depth. That's been crucial for us. And then our resolve after the shots don't go in. What does the next play look like, especially on the defensive end? So we're just paying attention to those details and how we can control the controllables. And teams are going to make shots and miss shots, but if we're the team that's not making shots, then we got to be able to lean on our defense a little bit more and stay in the game. So I felt like we did a great job of that tonight.
Exum was key down the stretch. Not his first moment where he's had a huge game, huge fourth quarter. What's it like for you guys in the locker room to see a guy to have his moment and be able to celebrate him?
It's exciting. It's a joyful moment, and as a young kid, when you're first starting to play basketball, hopefully your coach has taught you how to celebrate other people's success. And, even to the professional ranks, encouraging someone positively goes a long way. He missed a few shots that were pretty wide open, and I'm sure he'll tell you that he wanted to make those just to create some separation for us. But he made the one that counted most, and we needed most. And I just love the way we came to the bench after he missed those 2 shots, and we're just looking at each other like we're going to be fine. And those are those mature moments that you don't forget when you're looking at your brothers eye to eye, people that are in the game, people that aren't in the game, and they're telling you, they're assuring you like, hey, we got this. So we felt that pretty much all night.
And then I asked Dante about your transition pull-up three, and he says he pretty much expects everyone to go in because they mostly do.
Yeah.
What is the combination of confidence and just willingness to take that shot, especially in big moments like that?
Yeah, no, it's goes back to the hours that are unseen. Just working on it pregame, working on it, practically my whole career, just trying to master different facets of my game. A lot of teams pretty much pressure me up the floor or try to make me drive. So if I have that in-between pull-up shot and it's a three-pointer, then I know that can either give us the lead or create a little pressure on the opposite team.
Kyrie, you said in the last game, this particular game would probably come down to a chess match, and it basically did.
Yeah.
Coach Kidd, call out that timeout. You come in, you hit that big shot. What it says, when it plays out the way that you kind of predicted, because and he talked about it before this game too. It's about making those adjustments. So what it says mainly about making those type of adjustments.
Yeah, as a lover of this game, of a lover of strategy, of mastery, of chess, of a Weki, which is a Go game, Chinese Go game. You just become familiar with what your opponent wants to do beforehand. Kind of figure out what their unknown adjustments are in the first couple minutes, first 2 quarters, and then after that, after halftime, it's pretty much the will of the person that you're going against. So I think for us, we just figured out what that looks like for us, possession by possession and quarter by quarter. And no matter if we're up or down, we just pretty much had that same mission in the forefront of our mind, which is continue to press, continue to push, continue to stay aggressive, and most importantly, stay poised emotionally, because anything could change in the game. Momentum could change in an instant of a snap of a finger. So we're just preparing for them to throw their best shot at us in the first 24 minutes, and then after that, coming in, out of halftime, we were waiting for kind of the rest of their adjustments, and they had none. So I think that's chess right there. It kind of tells you pretty much what's going to happen. Just wait for the right time to strike. So fortunate enough, we got the win, and we got stops in the timing.
Kyrie, you and your team come here to SAC now. We're able to steal 2 on the road. For you, you're fasting during the month of Ramadan. Is there something to be said about, you had quite the run yourself during this month. Mm-hmm. You had some good performances. Would you attribute any of the physical benefits or anything beyond that to some of the good performances you've been having?
Yeah, I think I would start off by saying God is truly merciful and doing good acts, doing good deeds, not only during the month of Ramadan, but when you're fasting or when you're making that sacrifice physically, spiritually, emotionally, it does empower you. It does empower others. It is an energy force that you can spread to other people, not just Muslims. A lot of people are watching me, and as well as I'm watching a lot of my other brothers and sisters take their journey. But to be able to do this at a very high level, such as professional sports, I don't take it for granted. I think, me going out there and playing proves that God exists and that there is an entity out there protecting me and also protecting my brothers and sisters. So basketball becomes a small part of my day while I'm fasting. I know how crazy that sounds to some people. Don't take it the wrong way, people at home. But it just, when you're really just focused on getting closer to yourself and God at that time, prayer, meditation, those things matter. And it goes a long way. It's like this. It's just living with the results, whether the shot's going or not, whether we win or not, just living with the results and knowing that I was grateful enough to wake up. That's all I can ask for.
You already talked about it, but yeah, how important is it for you guys to celebrate even when you're down and other things like that, just to know that, hey, I got your back, it's all good,
Yeah.
Let's get there.
It's hard to to stay in that celebratory energy when you're losing, right? Like it's the toughest thing to do in any field, but specifically in basketball, because momentum can change, because energy can change, you want to give that positive reinforcement to everybody, and I try to do that, and I think I echoed the sentiments of my teammates and my coaching staff that we just try to do the right things for each other and continuing to feed each other that positive energy. Like I said, it goes a long way, man.
All right, so I can let you go and get out of here. The hours that you put in, unseen, how does that reflect on the court?
That's a great question, man. Because some nights are going to be pretty, some nights are not going to be so pretty, shooting the ball well. But I made a decision a long time ago that I wanted to be the greatest, one of the greatest to ever play this game. And I know I have other peers of mine that are on that same mission. So we're all competing against each other. I'm luckily fortunate enough to have one of the best to ever play the game in Luka with me. And that's not just saying it because he's here, but I'm not going to gas you up, bro. You are. So we push each other every single day, and when you make that decision as a young kid that you want to be one of the best of all time, then you're willing to go through the bumps and bruises, the continuous aspects of the journey that may test you mentally and physically. So the moments when you get fatigued, you just think about your 8-year-old self and what you committed to, and that's the perspective I put myself in. Is just I go back to 8-year-old me and write down my goals and who was that kid then, and would he be proud of me continuing to persevere into the realm that I'm in now. So just grateful.
Thank you.
Yep.
Well, his possession, okay. I don't know if it was immediately before, but you went and missed the layup. What gave you the confidence to just go ahead and step in and take that three and knock it down?
I practice every day. I think the biggest things everyone was telling me keep shooting, but I've always said, it's a little joke, with the coaches and stuff, like I'm a 50% shooter, so if I miss one, the next one's in. So I would just always have that mindset, and I wasn't open like that the whole game, so they were going to go up.
Dante, what is it like, playing with a group where, anyone can step up, and as you mentioned, everybody got that trust factor. What is it like playing with a team where everybody has a trust and trusting one another?
Yeah, I think, it's one of our words that we try and, kind of live by, and I think, now, obviously it's a perfect time to do it, but I think we're showing it on the court. Everyone can say it and just be like, oh, we should trust, but I think everyone's kind of showing it on the court with how we play, not only on the offensive end, but on the defensive end too.
Dante, just talk about what does it mean, like, for your teammates to kind of give you 3 opportunities to go ahead and take the lead, and you're able to deliver on their opportunity. And
I think it's a crazy thing. Obviously, being on a team with Luka and Kai, and then late game in an important game. Honestly, and I'm shooting 3 shots, and I come to the bench, and them 2 are the ones telling me shoot the next one. So I think honestly, just even the ball to get to me, and then have the trust just to pass it. It's an amazing thing, and I think that's hopefully what's going to take this team far.
There's a lot of margins to winning, a lot of small things that happen for you guys. How much is it just that you have Luka and Kyrie down the stretch? Whether it is that they're making the right pass or the shot making that they showed throughout the game, especially in the fourth.
Yeah, I think it's obviously it's amazing to have players like that. Their ability to make plays. Obviously, Kai, it's some tough. Luka just doing Luka things, and teams having to adjust to that. And I think late in the game, I think there's obviously a consistent through the team. Everyone knows, like, once it kind of gets to that late game, like, they're going to be doubling them. So we're going to be the ones that have to make the play. And I think that's what we've realized and what we're going to have to do.
A team is always going to feel good when it's winning, but the chemistry that you guys seem to have, to me, seems to go beyond that. What do you think has built that?
I think it's the ups and downs of the season. Us realizing that we can do something, that we can, if everyone buys in, that we can be a special team, a team that can, do something in the playoffs. So I think that's kind of the buy-in that everyone's kind of like, all right, let's lock in, let's do this, trust everyone, and that's what's going to take us far.
You talked about being a 50% shooter. When Kyrie's in transition and he's pulling up, do you just expect that shot to go in? It feels like it might be even more than that.
Yeah, no, I think it's. I mean, a lot of this basketball is just confidence, and he has the confidence to shoot that. And he's shot that many times. He's missed a couple of times, but everyone. It's the same thing. We have that trust in him that he's going to make it all. Make the play. So, we have the trust that he's going to make that.
Well, if he misses one, the next one's going in.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to keep telling everyone that.
Anything else? I think that's it.
After you guys, you trimmed a 15-point lead down to 3, and then you came up empty 7 straight possessions in the third. A lot of times a team kind of lose steam when that happens. Why do you think you guys did not?
Well, we weren't making shots early, so just understanding this group is tied together, trust on both ends, and not to be able to score. We got great looks, some in and out. Normally we make a lot of those little bunnies. We got good looks at 3. But I think, again, our defense, as we've talked about here over the last month, we believe on the defensive end, and we stayed, together. We knew that they were going to come out. They played fast. We expected that. But I thought the group, again, we didn't shoot the ball well in the first half, and we were only down 9, and then we walked them down. But give them credit. They're a good team. And, again, they pushed the lead up. Everybody just felt, confident that if we just, stayed the course and kept working the ball, Kai and Luka were going to be Kai and Luka. But I thought the trust was really tested when Exum was in the game there late. He had great looks. No one was upset. Everybody was just, wanting him to make them. And then he turned down the 3 to take a layup. We wanted him to make that. But everyone, again, trusted him with that last 3. And that's the beauty of his team, is that we know they're going to take the ball out of Luka and Kai's hand, and someone else is going to have to step up. PJ didn't start off well, but again, he was big. He started, I think, he helped break the streak there, helping us not, make some 3s. But it wasn't a pretty win, but it's a win on the road against a very talented team.
A lot of the times you talk about letting the team play, especially on the offensive end. Down the stretch, I think the 4-ish minute mark, the 2-ish minute mark, you took timeouts for offensive possessions. What was the thinking, and what did you? How do you think the team responded to those?
We got wide open looks. I think just again, I had timeouts to burn to give us a chance to rest, to regroup. We got the stops on the defensive end. I wanted to make sure that we got the ball in Luka and Kai's hand out of a set play, and let those guys execute. And being able to understand who was being guarded by who. We knew Sabonis was going to guard Exum, so we wanted Exum in the screen. And Exum we trust. Being able to get those wide open looks, we believe that he can knock them down. He's shooting 51% from 3. Didn't go down for him, but I thought, again, the trust that Luka and Kai had with him, of believing that he was going to make the right play, and he did. He made a big 3 in the corner there. But just to give some rest, and then just to be organized on both sides of the ball, not just offensively, but defensively, to make sure that we were in the right coverage.
And then for you guys, you can talk about all the edges and the margins that decide a game. How much is it for you guys that you just have Luka and Kyrie, that you have 2, of the game's very, very, very best shot makers down the stretch?
We're very happy. That we got 2 of the best in the world, to be able to not just be shot makers, but to create shots for others. They're 2 great quarterbacks. They're very unselfish. They understand the moment, the time, and what needs to be done. And understanding. I think Kai really got us going there. He took control of the game offensively, and Luka being able to play off of that. Again, their chemistry with the 2 of them, it's it's at a very high level right now, and we're happy to have both of them on our team. But again, just the gravity that those 2 will have on them at times, and the trust of being able to get off the ball to Exum or to PJ to make a play.
Coach Kidd, you know, we talked about it, you know, before the game. I just want to know, did you say anything to your team about this type of experience? You know, there was a lot of things going on in there, you know, physically, you know, the rebound and miss makes, big shots, you know, such as Kyrie. What did you say anything to him about, you know, hey, this is what things going to be looking like?
Yeah, you know, after the game, during the end of the game with Kai, I just told him, like, this is a great experience for everyone. The trust that we talked about at the beginning of the year, the chemistry, but also who's going to be able to step up and make plays, because as we go forward, it's always the X factor. It's always it's not going to be a star, because coaches are not going to let stars win games. It's going to be someone else. And so to see Exum be able to step up, it could be PJ next time, it could be D. Jones. And so we trust our role players are going to be able to, you know, step up and make a play when needed, when those two are being double teamed. And so I think just on this journey, we're learning a lot about each other as a team, and it's been fun.
They threw a few surprises at you guys, like with Keon Ellis and a few other young players. How did you adjust when you saw that they were doing that?
Well, we knew Ellis was going to play. He played in the last one. For them to have the injury to Monk, you know, that probably hurt them a little bit, just understanding his capabilities offensively. But Mike Brown is a great coach, and they have a good team over there. And so just understand, we knew the pace was going to be a lot higher. I thought the guys did a great job of keeping the game within reach and then being able to take control of the game in the fourth. We have no turnovers in the fourth. That means we're getting looks, make or miss. And so good teams do that, and that's what we did this evening.
Also, a lot of guys, as you already said, weren't making shots that they normally would make and things like that, but they started using more of their hands to be on defense. Was that something that you said in the huddle?
Oh, we're going to be physical. That's just the nature of who we are. We've embraced that since we've already talked about the way the game is being called. We got to embrace it. We're not going to complain about it. We're going to play the way the game is being officiated, and physicality is at a high, and that's what, you know, everybody talks about as playoffs, but it's March. And so if this is the way it's going to be officiated, then that's the way we're going to play. And until the whistle is blown, we got to play through it. And I think the guys have done an incredible job of embracing the physicality and not complaining and just playing the game of basketball at a high level.
You used the word journey a lot. You used it again a few minutes ago. I wondered if any time in the last 4 days here in Sacramento, did you realize that Luka and Kyrie played their first game together here last February, and I think y'all played 2 games here, and just kind of thinking about their journey and how far those 2 guys have come?
Yeah, I think that game was a good game too. I think it went to overtime, or we lost, but the journey that those 2 have been on, the start, as we know, wasn't what we wanted, but you know, sometimes you have to fail to be successful, and it's all right to fail, but as long as you learn and you continue to keep working, and that's what those 2 have done, and they've turned the corner, and I've said that since Abu Dhabi or Madrid, that the chemistry is at a high level between those 2, and you guys can see that.
Luka limped off at halftime. I'm guessing in your mind there was no doubt he was going to play the second half. Is this just stuff that's going to, you know, just stuff that sticks with him, you know, through the course of the season? Was it anything specific that you know of?
That's just his walk. He walks with a limp. No, I don't know. I know he's bleeding, but I didn't know he was limping. He takes a hit or 2 out there, but I think he's fine. He looked fine in the locker room. He was excited about the win, but I don't know anything about injuries. I just know he has a nice cut on his knee that keeps bleeding, but that's maybe why he was limping.
He also had a little stiffness. Was that minor?
He has a lot of tape on his body. You guys should ask him. I'm not the medical person. He might have a stiff neck. I don't know. You have to ask him.
Coach, you made almost 100 triple doubles as a player in your career, and Domas had almost like 25 this season. Another one tonight. Can you put on into context how difficult like for a player to achieve that?
Yeah, it's very hard. They make it look easy today with the triple doubles. Sabonis, he's a force at the center. His ability to find teammates, to rebound and score. That's why he's an all-star and he's one of the best in this league.
Yeah, you've seen everything in this league inside of a locker room as a player, as a coach, and I wonder when a guy like Exum has a night like he had at the end, and you see how excited